Hey folks, this is Nate from Fat Guy Squared. You can watch us on Twitch, fatguysquared.podbean.com, and also our podcast at the Google Play Store and iTunes. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and of course YouTube. If you want to send us an email, you can hit us at fatguysquared@gmail.com. And without further ado, folks, here's the show. And that, folks, is what happens when Pat gets his hands on too many nice, shiny toys.
Yeah, you know what it is? It's soundboards are my new it thing. What can I tell you?
It's nice. I mean, it adds some, what's the word I'm looking for? Some dramatic sense?
Oh, no, it just makes me really happy that I can touch buttons and play with things.
So, folks, today is, what's today? What's the date?
It is October 3rd.
October 3rd. It is here, folks. It is here. We are approaching Halloween. How do you feel about it, Pat? How do you feel?
How do I feel about Halloween?
Yeah.
It's the only place that you can abduct young kids and they can't really say anything.
This has been a really good show. It's a shame, folks. We're going to come off the air after that comment.
Look, I'm not abducting them for more than 10, 15 minutes at a time. What it is...
What good reason do you have to abduct a child?
Well, I mean, look at it from a logical standpoint. This, ladies and gentlemen, is I'm going to open with parents every other day of the year.
Okay.
Sit there and they just, oh my God, what's happening with my child? Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? Now, this is the only day of the year they allow a child to run free wearing a mask. Well, mind you, the mask is the same as 7,000 other children in the area.
Yes.
To get candy from complete strangers. And now, in the area we live, people ship kids into where we live. We live in a... I live in a low-income area, but the area behind me is a very high-income area. They got the real candy bars, those big ones.
Oh, the king size?
Oh, yeah. They make you a sack drop, my man. Let me tell you.
Speaking of sack drop, you want to hear why I like Halloween?
Why do you like Halloween, Nate?
Well, it's the only time of the year that all the girls that you always had the hots for look like strippers.
Because most of the girls you had the hots for are now strippers.
Yes, except I don't have to pay anything to see them in these outfits.
That's true. And if you ever wanted a sexy penguin or a sexy bag lady or a sexy kite, this is the time of year to get that.
While we're on the air, can you look real quick what day of the week Halloween is?
Yep, give me 13 and a half seconds to open this up. It would be on a Tuesday.
It's on a Tuesday. Then I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. What is the date for Halloween? The Sunday before Halloween.
Oh my God, I am an asshole. It's a Wednesday. Holy shit.
It's a Wednesday.
See, folks, it does help to actually pay attention to things.
Well, this is what I'm going to put my stamp on right now.
He actually hit himself.
I
It's
did.
Very weird.
Very weird. What I'm thinking is if we're doing podcasts every Wednesday, correct? And we're going to be streaming live on Twitch for video feed every Sunday. I'm thinking, dun, dun, dun.
Oh, wait, let me get that.
Oh, we got one of those?
What was that?
It's
That was,
probably the one labeled.
There we go. Probably the one labeled dun, dun, dun. Yes,
Yeah, that was it. All right. I think on Sunday, prior to Halloween, we should dress up for the video feed.
Like what? Like pedophiles? I mean, help me out. What do we dress up like?
I would prefer not to dress like that.
I know him.
I'm saying wear a costume to signify the fact that we are close to Halloween. I already have a costume picked.
You're going to come dress as yourself? Because, I mean, that's scary as balls.
I'm not, you know what, as much as I'd like to talk about it, I will tell you, but I don't want the fans to know, because this way they're going to tune in just to see that, and they're going to love it, because who wouldn't love it?
Well, I mean, people don't really care for Halloween, I guess.
Well, then fuck them. Nope, I'm gonna dress up for Halloween, and that's that, and I think you should too.
I mean, I'll dress as a fat guy sitting in front of a screen. That's cool. I'm game.
As a guy judging another guy who's dressed
Yeah,
up
right.
in a Halloween costume. So
I'll be that judgmental prick sitting there going, really? Really?
So, as you guys know, all of our shows have been normally on Twitch. We are doing it strictly as a podcast on Wednesdays just to kind of help people out during a hump week. On that hump day, we can have them listen in, and this way just gets them through to the following weekend. So, if you guys missed it on Sunday, we talked about my porno. So if you missed it, I love it. So if you did miss it, make sure that you go back and listen to that. This way you can, catch up with all the fun facts and stuff that we did talk about on Sunday. Now, because it is today, October 3rd, what would you like to talk about? What do we have in store for the people today? Okay, we're going to have to take the mouse away from that boy.
Sorry. Let me ask you, Nate, do you like to read?
No.
You don't like to read anything?
I was a high school dropout.
Well, where is... are you planning on going back to school or no?
I did. So you really want to know the story behind this?
You know what? We started with something else, but we'll go here. I don't
Okay.
mind.
So I was a high school dropout, had no intentions of going back to school, had no intentions of GED, but then I dated, you remember the Russian?
Oh, yes. Lavaska or Lavinia or... There was an L somewhere in that name, right?
It was Marinshka Dechokovich. So, no, I was dating her for a while, and she was hot. She was way out of my league. And I said...
tell me how you really feel
Oh,
about...
dude, she was so out of my league.
Dude, come on, really?
I'm serious. She was gorgeous. And she said to me, she's like, you know what? If you don't go back and get your GED, I'm ending it. And I'm like, well, shit, you're hot. So here I come. So I went to CCRI, got my my GED, did that, and then I ended up, she, of course, dumped me.
Oh, well, I mean, obviously. That's
obviously
part of the course, no?
Yeah, and then so we split up, and then I met somebody else. And she's like, you need to go to college. If you don't go to college, I'm dumping you. Here I go. I'm going back to college. And so I did. I signed up for some classes. I was going to go for business management over at CRI. CCRI.
He's doing so much better now that he's a high school graduate, right?
Yeah. And so I went for CCI. I went for some business management classes. Took 2 classes. Aced them both, and the thing is I was bored.
Oh yeah.
As people know, I've been doing what I do for a living for a very, very long time, and I'm really good at it. And there was nothing that I was learning in school that I didn't already learn through hands-on experience. Now, that I'm not trying to tell you that college is not a good thing. It just wasn't for me. And so
there is something to be said about real life experience. I mean,
of course.
You really, I'm currently going through college myself right now. I'm going to go for my associates. It's been a while. And I'll be completely honest with you. As a middle-aged man going to a college, yeah, I'm definitely not the guy picked for kickball. That is, I have like 3 people I talk to, and all of them are just about as old as I am. Yes, that's right. I am talking to all my professors because they're my age.
Yes.
And every single one of them goes, when were you born? I went, I was born in 79. Oh, so was I. Well, go fuck you too. Son of a bitch. All right, well, you going to help me pass or what? No. You got to learn.
You're just the late bloomer.
That's what you want to call it, sure. I call it that. I got a job out of high school, and I've been doing that forever, and it's definitely a good deal, but I'm finding out more and more with what I do that if I don't have a degree, I will not go any further.
There's a cap.
Yeah. No, I'm stuck.
No, I agree. I'll hire people, and they'll come in, and they'll have like a bachelor's in business, and I won't hire them.
Because I got a bachelor's in business?
No, not because of that.
What the fuck is
terrible.
wrong with you?
No, I don't do it because...
Oh, your name is what? Oh, no. That's too white. Don't do it. Is that what you're saying?
No. I'll end up giving them a pen, and I'll say, sell me this pen.
Ah, for Christ, you've been watching way too much Wolf of Wall
I
Street.
do.
For Christ's sake, I don't know. They stole that from me. Yeah, I know what you're about to say.
Shh, don't tell anyone. So I'll give him a pen or I'll give him an object in there and I'll say, sell this. What do you mean? Well, you're applying for, a sales position and you sell it. Well, I don't know how. Well, then I guess you just lost out on the job. So I'm not saying that a degree isn't great.
No, but you got to have some kind of background on what you want to do.
I feel a degree is just think about it in video games.
Yeah.
Okay? A degree is just a boost. Okay?
Well, no, I mean, video games are a completely different ball game when you're talking about degrees. I mean, you need some kind of design degree. I mean, what do we got over here in Mass? RISD.
No, you're misinterpreting. I'm saying that if you go for a certain particular set of jobs, okay, you have to have skills, and then any background you have in that subject in college is just going to boost your skill even
obviously,
more.
yes.
Okay. What I'm saying is you still need to have a basics. You can't, if you go to school to learn how to build a house, that's great. But if you've never nailed a board together, guess what? It's going to be a shitty looking house.
I don't know what school you've ever gone to where you're trying to build a house and you've never nailed a board. I mean,
well,
it's a terrible idea, man.
I've never nailed anything.
Obviously, that's why
bad.
you're who you are.
Gosh,
he said he had a girlfriend at one time. What he didn't tell you is that she was out of his league because he couldn't afford her. So they had to pack her up and bring her back to resell her.
I'm going to tell you, there's another story behind that we're going to talk about one week.
Oh, wait, hold on. You got some kind of doll or something?
No. Although that was a topic that was brought to my attention that somebody wanted us to talk about.
A doll.
Yep, we're going to have to bring it up on an upcoming week. I will say this. They have officially made a sex doll.
A real doll. No, it's called a real doll.
That's what it's called?
Yeah, they're life-size dolls.
Why don't you tell me about you know about this, my friend?
I know about it because there used to be a show on HBO called Real Sex. I think it used to be called Real Sex.
Oh, yeah.
And, what... Talk about going to college and getting a degree. This poor bastard had to... This guy gets the dolls shipped to him from people who own them. And his only job is to clean them out, fix them up, make them look pretty again, fix the arms, fix the legs, Now, these are real...
One gun, one bullet.
Yeah. And this guy was on the show. He's like, "Oh, I absolutely love this job." And I go, "Well, hold it, wait a minute. What kind of weird shit do you fucking deal in?"
Jeez, that's crazy. Yeah, my buddy has been telling me to invest money into this business because it's going to be booming. And he's probably right. I am concerned, though, because how I look at it is it's never, no matter what, it's never going to be the real thing.
Yeah, I just looked up real doll online, and
there goes your history.
Right. With the new Google thing, this is all it's going to send me. You know it's expensive when you look up cost and payments.
Oh, when there's a payment arrangement.
All right, so let's just click on the cost and payments and figure it out.
Can you just imagine that you're going to buy a house, right? And you got to talk to a financial advisor, and they're like, "Okay, so let's rule out. What do you have for expenses?" Well, I got my car. I got my cell phone. Don't forget my cable bill. My payment on my real doll. Excuse me?
Holy shit.
How much?
All right. The classic female real doll is $5,499. Female real doll is... All right, so there's 3 or 4 different types of female dolls.
What is the wicked? There's a wicked real doll. Maybe they're from Rhode Island?
Oh, God, it's got a mullet and it's got a pack of reds. So, all right. So,
and you can customize it.
Oh, this is great. So, a male real doll. Because, the women, the women need a male real doll.
Yeah, seriously.
That's $5,999 and 0. You think they would just go up to $6,000, right? No, it's...
Is this tax-free? Is it you gonna pay tax on this?
I don't think so. But hey, if it helps, it's coming from California. So all you Californians, you don't have to pay shipping and handling. And there's there's 8% sales tax on this. This is nuts.
Jeez.
Oh, you can customize
That's what I'm
them.
saying. You can customize.
Let's customize.
Customize.
Let's see what the
Let's see what you can
customizing
do.
is. All right.
What special upgrades? Ooh.
All right. This is
getting
about to become weird.
Yep. For the people listening, and they were like, "Oh, you went to college?" And then segue right to Real Doll and customizing.
If you wish to get an upgrade for your doll, you can order real hair, eyebrows, handmade realistic eyes. What the fuck? Handmade realistic eyes? That sounds like somebody's just.
Can I just say real quick? The next sentence, I'm going to read it to you, okay? To the listeners out there, this is what it says. Human hair wigs, freckles, custom labia.
Well, obviously, you want that big labia. You don't want that
But
small labia.
I don't think they should have used the word human hair wigs and then immediately. So you got human freckles too?
It puts the lotion on.
Seriously. Specialty pubic hair? So here's my question.
Oh, I wonder if they give you like different shapes and whatnot.
Like what's the difference between regular pubic hair and specialty?
Well, specialties, you get the different like freckles, not freckles.
Freckles?
They shape it in like a heart or like an arrow. Or
I might have to contact them and be like, what is the specialty pubic hair? Is it greased? Is it oiled properly? What is?
And here's the thing: they actually sell used real dolls as well. I've heard this. I've never seen it, but I know that you can buy a used real doll.
Oh my God!
It's such a huge investment that you can actively buy.
Oh my God! Here's the best part, folks. Not only can you get all that stuff, but you can get it with fantasy eyelashes and eyes, fangs, and or elf ears. Because that's the way I want my chick.
This is a fucking Build-A-Bear for a creep.
Yeah, because, we want my woman to have larger ears so she can hear me from further distance. That's great.
Yeah, but she's not real, man.
If I'm spending $6,000, this girl better talk to me.
I kind of wonder if they've upgraded like robo-parts and things like that.
That's crazy.
Like a removable vagina so you can at least clean that out occasionally.
Yeah, well, they have a real doll storage and maintenance team.
Well, that's what I was talking
That's
about.
That was what you were talking about?
Yeah, exactly what I was talking about.
Okay.
So, if you're going away for a spring fling and you want to make sure your real doll is not left alone, they'll store it for you for a reasonable cost.
I want to just sit back and think for a second. Imagine you going to your high school reunion, and you got your real doll all dressed up nice to come with you.
Yeah, I mean, you got to put her in a wheelchair. That's the only way you can really make it work,
Wow.
What are you going to have, a trolley and hope for the best?
Dude, how I look at it, $6,000 for a doll. If you need it that bad, go to a strip joint. Get something. $6,000, dude. That's just horrible.
And 8% sales tax on top of that.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, $6,000 for the dude. The chick was, what was that, like 7,000? I thought it was. It said. Oh, look, we can shop right here.
Oh,
I didn't even see that. There's a shopping button, ladies and gentlemen. If you'd like to, this is perfect. Go to realdoll.com and look for yourself. Oh, we could choose from different people.
I'm going to say that. How great would it be if we got sponsored by them?
You know what? We'd at least have something for the middle of in the dead room.
Middle, yes.
In the red room, rather. Oh.
Speaking of which, folks, just so you know, we did get rid of all the bodies.
Carmen 2.0 is just... for all you people listening out there, take the time. This particular doll is $8,149. And I have no words to describe this particular... She's in a provocative doggy style. This is a doll, mind you.
I have something to say.
Her arm's a little messed up, though. You see that? That doesn't look right.
I do have something to say.
No, she's tweaking her nipple.
Can you do me a favor? Can you scroll down? I'd like to see more.
Sure.
What else we got on this list?
I kind of wonder. I got to tell you, some of these do not look fake.
No, they don't.
They don't. I mean, truly. I mean, right here. I mean, this is a fake male
that one
and female.
Wow.
And they're in intercourse at this point.
Scroll up a little bit.
Sure.
All right. Olivia 1.0.
Olivia
and
1.0.
Olivia 2.0.
Olivia 2.0.
They look real.
That looks
looks real.
completely. That must be one of those special jobs that you were talking about.
I won't. Well,
Wow, I mean, look at this one though. Look at Elena. That doesn't look fake at all.
well, folks, if you're listening, I figured out what I'm spending my tax money on.
Merry Christmas.
But this
Dad,
is
I got a new girl and she's not going to leave. Why? Because I can't lift her ass up.
I mean, just it's so much money.
Oh, yeah. This is stupid amounts of money
Oh,
for
my
something
God.
that's just, I mean, I'm not knocking somebody who has to resort to this, but this is just creepy weird.
Wasn't there a movie about this? That wasn't a porno? With
This is a terrible porn, though. I mean, think
Um,
about it. Think about if it's a dude and his chick, and all you're hearing is the dude talk. I mean, you don't hear any kind of women. You don't nothing. It's like, oh yeah, take it. Oh yeah, take it. And it's just nothing else.
I'm horrified by you just saying that
Right.
in the same
Oh,
room
yeah.
as
Well,
me.
think about it. I'm married, so this is what my wife hears. Oh yeah, take it. Oh yeah. I sound like the Kool-Aid man.
Oh yeah. Joaquin Phoenix, right? Didn't he do he did a movie about this?
Joaquin. I thought he did a movie about him talking on a phone or something.
Oh, it was like the Google Home before Google Home was a Google Home.
Well, whatever you want to call it.
Or Alexis. It was kind of like an Alexis. Yes, that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah. I don't remember what that was called, but yes, he did.
Her.
Okay, you can call it her all you want. I don't know.
It was called Her. The movie was Her.
It was obviously a really good movie that I can't remember it.
Did you see his new movie coming out?
Which one?
Doing Joker.
Oh yeah, I have nothing to say about that. You know, I enjoyed the last one that came out. I actually like that Joker, the one with
Heath Ledger, or
no. Heath Ledger was insane. It was
or
one
the
of
meth head.
The meth head.
Okay. So what's his name? He was from a band.
Yeah, the meth head. Let's just leave it at
We'll
that.
leave it at meth head. Okay.
Yeah.
The one that was from Suicide Squad. The movie.
Yeah,
Yes.
I enjoyed him. I've talked to people that don't care for that, but I thought in the amount
Jared
of time,
Leto. Sorry to cut you
Jared
off.
Leto, thank you. Well, he's also in a bunch of movies. Like that dude is
He's a talented actor.
he's a method actor all the way.
Oh yeah. He did it with the woman thing.
Well, he was in the one with Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, that's
where,
the one,
Yeah. Where he weighed like 10 pounds.
Yeah, they go too hard. But I saw some clips of Joaquin Phoenix playing the Joker, and he's actually dressed up in a clown outfit.
Yeah, I saw a couple of pictures of it. I don't know. Until I see it, I don't have any good or bad words for it. You know what I mean? I will never knock a movie until I physically see it. I always go on these websites and I see these people just destroying the movie before it comes out.
Yeah, here's my concern. I was completely behind it because I like him. I mean, Robert De Niro's getting in the movie, so that's
What
got to
is
count.
De Niro going to be?
I don't know, but he's got to account for something.
What is he, an elderly Batman?
Come here, Joker. But no, I think the thing with the Joker is this is what turned me off. They said they were giving him complete freedom.
Would you like to milk me, Joker? How would you milk me, Joker?
I got nipples, Joker. Can you milk me? Reference, people, to Meet the Fockers, if you haven't seen it. Or was it Meet the Parents?
Sure.
Yeah,
I just remember Robert De Niro wanting me to milk him.
fair enough.
Sounds like a good time to me. I don't know.
Well, can we follow the subject? Because I have something to play off of that.
Sure.
Okay.
Robert De Niro.
No,
milking-
off of the Joker.
Okay.
All right, so I was reading in the news, and I want opinions.
I thought he just said he didn't read. Did
Well,
you folks hear
all right,
that?
whatever. Okay, I was with the whole Joker thing.
He was
there-
listening on the fucking radio.
That's
That's what
true.
he was.
I was actually, yeah, it was probably a YouTube clip of some sort. After hearing about the Joker, there was some other news that recently came out in the past week or two, and I want some opinions on it. Okay, and Pat, I want your opinion. I know I haven't mentioned it to you at all. How do you feel about a black Superman?
Oh, I don't care. They have a black Superman. When the original Superman died, they came out with I don't know, 5 or 6 different versions of Superman. One was a kid, one was a dog. There was a black Superman. Matter of fact, Shaq made a movie.
That was Shazam.
Shaq made another movie where he played, think it's Man of Steel. I could be wrong.
No, you're right. Oh my God, you're right.
And yeah, no, I mean it's been done. It's not a big to do. It is what it is. Yeah, just everybody nowadays just pictures Superman as a white male, but that's not the case. I mean, in any world of any of these particular people, it doesn't really matter what race, creed, or color you are. Look at yeah, wow, the Green Lantern.
Okay, yeah.
Green Lantern in the comics, he's black. In the movies, he's white. I mean,
So, can I state my opinion on it?
sure.
All right. So, I personally think they should keep Superman white.
Now, why is that?
All right. So, for instance, we'll look at Black Panther, or we look at even better for me, Blade. In my eyes,
Blade is black.
I know that, and so is Black Panther.
Yep.
What I'm saying is, if they came out with a reenacted version of Blade and it was a white guy, I'd be like, no, it's not supposed to be a white guy. It's Wesley Snipes. It should be another black man. Same thing with Black Panther. What are you going to call him? White Panther?
Yeah. Well, again,
White Leopard?
but again, this is a scenario where you got to take into account that they might be going a different route in this universe. Whereas, again, with Man of Steel. They could be going that route. I mean, it's not a question of what they're. I mean, I don't know what the storyline's about, but it could be that way.
I mean, if they make it how I look at it is if they make it in such a way, like I'll use Blade. They came out with like a Blade 2.0, where this was like a long lost son or a cousin or something, and they did it, and it was a white guy. I'd be like, oh, okay, I can run with that. But to have
Blade's white cousin Jim. What?
Yeah, I don't agree with the idea of like Clark Kent being black. It just, to me, and it's not a race thing at all. It's following a trend.
But I mean, isn't it actively a race thing? It's like,
yes, but
I don't want him black. It's
no, not in the way though. Like people are probably like, oh, he just doesn't want black superheroes. No, I don't mean that at all. I think the ones that came out are amazing. The guy who played Black Panther, that guy, I can't think of his name for the life of me, but he was amazing. The guy who played, was it B. Jordan, who played the enemy in Black Panther,
yep.
He was phenomenal. And that's the other thing. They're trying to make B. Jordan play Superman.
Yeah.
I hate when they do that.
Well, I mean,
It's just like when they took Ryan Reynolds from Green Lantern, and then they made him Deadpool. Like, keep an actor as a superhero. Don't mix.
That's Chadwick Boseman.
He was phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Black Panther was single-handedly one of the best movies I've ever seen.
It was very good. I mean, I wouldn't say it's one of the best.
Well, out of comic movies.
I think the original Blade was the best.
Ooh.
My personal favorite. The original Blade, when I first saw that, was, I mean, it was crazy, just crazy movement, crazy blood. I'm a big vampire guy.
I liked Blade 2 the best.
Chris, you're one of those.
Well, here's what I liked. It's because I like the guy that plays Daryl in Walking Dead, and the guy, he's from Boondock Saints. The heck's his name?
You realize that was part one, right?
No.
No, you're right. I apologize.
Yeah,
no,
you're
absolutely right. Yes.
I have all
Boondock Saints. Now that's a good goddamn movie.
That is an amazing movie. Will they ever make the third? I hope so. They should have either left it at 1. They should have never done 2. But since they did 2, they set it up for 3.
Well, I thought part 2 was pretty funny. I mean, it wasn't as good as the first
one.
one.
Oh, the Mexican guy was great.
Oh, he was great.
He was hilarious.
Why don't you guys let me in?
He's got Desert Eagles with American flags on him. Come on. You can't compete with that. So what are we talking about today?
All right, back to my original point about do you read?
Not really.
No, all right. So I enjoy reading quite a bit. I mean, that's something that I enjoy doing in my free time when I have free time. And I like to listen to audiobooks when I'm working, when I pretty much anything that involves me utilizing my hands or or just being out and doing things. So I belong to Audible, I also belong to another app through the public library, which is called Overdrive, and that's where I get all my audiobooks.
I should get into that.
Oh, dude, it's great. I mean, at one point in my youth, I wasn't big into books, but this is just something, like I said, it's all white noise. And, you listen to it and you go to town and nothing special to it, but there's a lot of good books out there.
Do you feel like you've picked like you picked up on them? Like you remember the stuff, or is it just like playing in the background like a song you heard?
Oh, I mean, if I'm listening to it, I'm definitely paying attention to what's going on, and I get into the book. Stephen King, possibly one of the greatest horror book writers.
Weird guy.
Oh yeah, I mean that dude can get hit by cars and shit and still live, so he's doing pretty good in life.
I actually saw in New Hampshire. What's that spot where they Laconia? Is that where they go with the bikes?
Yes.
Is that New Hampshire? Okay. If you go to the lake, there in the middle of the lake is a house. When he writes a book, he'll go there for 6 months out of the year. They say.
Oh, I mean, you ever read his books? You ever see his books?
Yeah, he's. I would not have dinner with that guy.
If you had a hardcover Stephen King book, you could kill somebody with that fucking thing. The
Yeah.
thing weighs 40 pounds.
Yeah, he's. My mother, her one movie that she still, she was to this day terrified of, was The Shining. That was the scariest movie she's ever seen. She is terrified of that movie. And I believe that's still Stephen King, right? Shining?
The Shining, yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, she was terrified of that movie.
You know what else he wrote that is not a horror book, but it's great. He wrote The Green Mile.
Get the hell out of here.
Yeah, that was not an actual book. What that was is little, back in the 40s and 50s, it was little comic books of whatever, doesn't matter. And it would be a series, just like regular comics.
Yeah.
Well, he did exactly that with The Shining. Oh, no, I'm sorry, The Shining. You can't be fucking saying
The Green Mile.
The Green Mile. And then that got adapted to what you see on the thing. But yeah, he was one of the writers. There was multiple writers, but he was one of them. So that's, the more you know.
I mean, I just, every time I hear his name, I just think, Red Rum. That's it.
You got to watch more Stephen King movies, man.
Is it sad that I can't say that without doing the finger?
Well, hey, more power to you. Anyway, so I listen to, as I said, to repeat myself, I listen to a lot of audiobooks, and I belong to Audible. Oh my God.
Audible.
Thank you very much. And I generally try to go the cheap route because every month I subscribe to it, and every month I get what's the equivalent of points towards books. So I pay whatever it is, $12 a month, $14 a month, and I get a point. And that point I can utilize for any book whatsoever. So I, being the guy I am, I'll go find a book that's at least $20 so I get my money's worth.
Yeah.
So they sell box set books, audio books. And this particular book I bought, it's 3 books actually. It's called Dante's Circle. And it's by a writer named Carrie Ann Ryan. Now, Dante's Circle, you don't think anything out of the norm. You think, all right, sounds like a decent book. Yeah. You ever heard of Dante at all? You have any idea what that means?
Okay, so the whole time I was going in my head because of reading. But if I had to think, the first thing that I think of Dante is 2 things: Dante's Peak,
okay,
the volcano movie, and then the other thing I think of is Dante's Inferno, right?
Yes, sir. It's the circles of hell and the different realms that go. Exactly what that means. So ultimately, this particular book, books I should say, I'm going to read you the first description of the first book, and let me know what this sounds like to you.
Okay.
Okay. So, when a chemist, Lily Banner, finds a vial of angel dust, Angel Warrior Shade Griffin will have to do everything in his power to protect ancient secrets from paranormals. Only when he finds Lily, his world shifts and his alliance changes, forcing the ones who want Lily put down to take action. war between the realms on each edge of a blade, and only Shade and Lily can stop it. So when you hear that, what type of book do you put in a?
I was listening. I hear Constantine,
Okay, yeah, pretty much from what I thought it was as well.
which just so you know, I love Constantine.
Oh, it's great. It's great. It's a great comic book.
Did not know it was a comic originally.
The comic is crazy.
I recently just found out about that.
Constantine, I believe it's Hellblazer.
Really?
I think it's called. Yeah, it's great. Anyways, so you think Constantine? All right.
Sure.
Well, I started listening to this book, and because of copyright infringement, I can't actively play it for you. But what I will tell you is that this is not that type of book. This is in line like it's a chick smut book. It's probably the best way to describe it.
Really?
First 10 minutes in, they're talking about this chick pulling this guy's pants down, wanting to play with his dick, and
What?
mind you,
Tell me more.
this is an audiobook that I'm playing through my radio in my car.
Oh, I hope you are at a red light when this goes off.
Yeah, well, I'm driving and I got this fucking thing playing. I don't got headphones on, and they're like, "Oh, I want him in my mouth. I'm so horny. I'm salivating." I go, "What the fuck is this?" So I continue to listen because I'm an asshole, and come to find out, it's a really good book. Believe it or not, the first one at least. I mean,
I can see from the look in your eyes.
the first book, audio wise, it's maybe 3 hours long, and an hour and a half of it is about dick and fucking and oh yeah, it's and my wife. I told my wife this story, did the exact same thing, and she damn near lost her mind because she was like, "How did you not know this?"
Yeah.
And now I'm gonna show Nate the picture, and for all you people out there who subscribe to these, look up Dante's Circle box set. You'll see what I'm talking about. Now, I didn't look at the cover art, and the cover art is a bunch of scantily clad women standing there in provocative forms.
Yeah, but with the background of like Chronicles of Narnia.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I could see that, but you know what the best part of this story is? We started with sex dolls. We just went back full circle, baby.
Damn right. Well, the reason why I brought that up, and ultimately, the description doesn't fit the book, and it was my fault, obviously, because I didn't look further into it. But I think descriptions are a big part of the world. I mean, obviously, everything that we do is wrapped around a description of some sort, no?
Yeah, I will tell you, a lot of people, when I mention the podcast, the first thing they always ask, well, what's it about?
Yeah, right.
And
what the fuck was that?
So I tell them.
That's what he sounds like when he comes. Fucking weird.
So people ask me.
I don't know why I know that. He's my cousin. That's weird.
So people ask me, and I say, let me think about it, and let me give them a general description. And I go, all right, our podcast is two guys talking about real shit that everybody knows about, but either they don't want to talk about or it's too scandalous to talk about. And I can honestly say the best part about this podcast is there is zero PC.
Nah,
No political correctness here. And that's what I feel the day-to-day world is missing. Everybody is trying to be so politically correct. And most of the people, even the ones that are like all politically correct all the time, are sitting there going, oh, I hate doing this.
You know what it is, I mean, everybody's just trying to please everybody else without realizing that they need to please themselves before.
Damn right.
I mean, when push comes to shove, I refuse to kowtow to people. I will tell them directly, and I've lost family members to this, unfortunately, but I won't beat around the bush. If I think you're being an asshole, I'll come out and say it. And I've done it more than once at most family gatherings.
Yes. I mean, that's why people like ask me why I do it. I do this because it's one, enjoyable, it's relaxing, it's relieving so much stress.
Are you talking about telling somebody to fuck off or actively doing a podcast?
I'm talking about masturbating. Oh, we're talking about podcasts? My bad.
Well, either way, podcast, masturbating. As long as there's white noise in the background, that's all that matters.
No, but think about it, people, on a regular day-to-day basis, okay? You have so many people that come into your life that you might not want to talk to, okay, that are telling you shit that you don't care about. You don't want to hear their stories. And it just piles up and piles up and piles up. And you have to be so politically correct with every single person. This is my little getaway.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Where I don't care. Like I don't. You know, my father was listening in to one of our podcasts, and
You mean the one podcast?
no, the second. I'm sorry, the first podcast. And let me tell you, I watched him watch it. I watched him get more gray hair as he was watching it, and the reason because he was like, "Wow, you guys are blunt." Like,
Well, obviously you gotta be.
and it's just
Now, do you consider yourself like a shock? No, I am definitely not a Howard Stern by any stretch of the words. That man owns the topic, the title, shock jock. But do you feel that you're in that realm with something like this?
I feel that, you know, my friends will call me No Filter Nate.
Oh, without a doubt.
And that's the thing. When I'm hanging out with my friends or even on the podcast, people are like, I'm sorry, on my other streams, you know, people go, "Oh my God, Nate, you're so raw. Like, how do you talk about this? Aren't you concerned?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not.
No,
I'm
yeah.
living my life." I don't know. That's
I
my
mean,
feeling on it.
I subscribe to the be as blatantly honest as possible, so you don't have to think of anything in the future.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of where I land on that. I just don't. I don't care to make somebody feel better, so I have to try to remember things next time I see them.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
I use that method with everything, whether it's work or if I'm dating somebody. If a girl comes up to me and asks me for my number, and I'm dating somebody, I'll tell them, "Hey, somebody came over and asked me for my number." And everyone's like, "How can you be so honest? Why didn't you just throw out the number and not tell her?"
Oh, because I'm dating her later tonight, and
And I tell them because if
you need to find a ride home. There's an Uber right down the street.
if I'm honest with every single thing with everybody, guess what? They'll never doubt you.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. Obviously with my wife, I have to kind of beat around the bush sometimes, but 100% of the time, I'm sorry, not 100%, 80% of the time, I'm direct and forward.
Yeah.
You know.
You've always been that way, though.
Oh yeah, no, I can't lie. I find it so much harder to lie to somebody.
Yeah, I've spent probably the first 20 years of my life, probably 28 years of my life, where it was always trying to please everybody.
Yeah, no, I fuck that. I don't do that anymore.
Yeah. I don't got time for that.
Well, on the same topic, now that we're talking truths,
Okay.
would you date a woman with tattoos? Like, I'm not talking like a tattoo. I'm talking like your entirety of her body's full of tattoos.
My father asked me this last night.
Well, look at that. Great minds think alike.
Holy crap. He asked me, he's like, "Well, would you date a woman that had, say, a sleeve or a couple sleeves?"
Well, obviously, they need to put them on. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Oh, my God.
It's getting cold out.
His jokes are so dad. No, here's the thing. I think they look good on certain people.
Oh, without a doubt.
That's what it comes down to with everything. Like, if people ask me, will you date a fat girl? Will you date a skinny girl? And I'm like, I don't care if you're 100 pounds soaking wet. I don't care if you're 300 pounds. If you look good, you look good. Period.
Well, I mean, I kind of care if you're 300 pounds. It's a bit much.
Really? Nah.
For me, it is.
I've had a girl that was like 2 and change, who, I mean, I'm telling you right now, she made sexy happen. She made it. She made her.
I mean, if she owns it, like, I mean, right there.
Right there, her.
Oh yeah.
When?
Sign
me up.
I'm free pretty much every day. So what I did is I just showed Nate a picture of a fairly young lady. Yeah, she's over 18, obviously.
Yeah.
Very fit, very, very form-fitting, and she's completely filled with tattoos. And they look very good on her. Now, what about piercings, man? Like face piercings and shit like that.
I have my limitations.
You have your limitations. Help me out. What are you talking about?
Tongue, ears.
What about nose?
I don't mind nose if it's here. I don't want that bull ring.
Oh, you prude.
I am. I'm such a horrible person. No, I just don't want. I don't want something that I got to feel like, oh, I can't bring that one home. You know.
Oh, come on. You can't bring them home anyway.
That's true. It's a valid. That's a valid point. I'm trying to think. I can't find it right now. But I had a group that I was a part of on Instagram, and
menwholovemidgets.com.
it was. I got rid of that. It was that type of girl.
Oh, yeah.
It was just them, and you know the type, guys. It's kind of like that emo punk rockish girl style, tattoos head to toe, sexy as hell.
Isn't it called, not Dead Girls? Oh, it's going to drive me nuts.
Yep, it is.
Doesn't really matter.
Doesn't really matter at all.
Neither of us have any chance in hell.
Nope.
Now, what about you, man? Now, I'm pushing 40, so I definitely do not feel that I'm the life of the party anymore. At least the parties that I can remember.
No, I'm an old man.
No, you're an old man. See, I can remember parties we used to go to. We would just drink until we passed out. But
remember, I don't drink.
Well, now you don't, but at one point you must have.
Let's see, I'm 31. I haven't drank since I was 23.
Wow.
Yep. So that means, for the listeners out there, I've been boring for about 8 years.
Very boring.
I'd stopped drinking alcohol, caffeine, in general, no coffees, at the same time.
Wait, you don't do coffee?
No, I haven't had coffee since then.
Not even like a decaf, just to get the taste.
No. The closest thing I'll go to now is like an iced tea.
All right, so it's not the caffeine. It's just I don't understand then. Because there's more caffeine in tea than there is in coffee.
Well, it depends. If I can get to caffeine. Once again, I don't go to tea because of the caffeine. I go because of the flavor. I don't like caffeine in general. I don't like I get the shakes.
You get, well, obviously, because, yeah, I tell you what, I detoxed from caffeine when I at one point in my life, and I'll be honest with you, I literally got the shakes for the first week. It's weird when you detox from, you know what's hard is caffeine and sugar. Sugar is one of the biggest things in most American lives that it's impossible to get rid of.
Yeah, no, it's just part of our culture. I tried to quit cigarettes and go on a diet at the same time.
Well, you're a jackass.
That was so dumb. But I did quit cigarettes. I've been clean from cigarettes since June of 2016.
All right, so now that you're all cleaned up, back in the day, I'm sure you used to get aggravated crazy quickly and whatnot because you were detoxing.
Yep.
What did you do to just not be aggravated? Did you like do yoga? Did you play with the dog? Did you slam your head against the wall and hope the pain went away? What'd you do?
Well, when I was younger, this is so bad. I used to punch the refrigerator.
Sounds really productive.
Yeah, I was a very angry kid growing up, and so but at the same time, I wasn't like one of those guys who wanted to fight everybody. I tried not to, so I was very just aggressive to certain things. As I've gotten older, as I said, I went to cigarettes. Cigarettes was my thing, and then after that, I guess now I work on music. I write.
Oh, that's nice. I mean, that's not bad.
No, it's good. Yeah, I write music, or people who know me will know I'll throw on a stream where I'll be videoing myself DJing and mixing music.
Yep.
So I'll either write music or I'll be doing remixing of songs, and this way I can basically mix my emotions, or I can write my emotions.
Now I eat my emotions because now that's how I make life happen. What's your favorite meal when you're all stressed out and what have you? What is it, the one go-to that you always look at? For me, I'll be honest with you, I make chicken soup, like homemade chicken soup, not that canned shit. And I'll go to town on that, man. I'll make 4 fucking gallons of that shit and kill 1.5 gallons at a time. Just call it, you fat fucking fucker. just fucking eat the noodle, you fuck.
No, I'm gonna be buried under Taco Bell.
Oh, I hate that stuff.
My friends know me. I'll be on. You remember that chat out you saw me talking earlier?
Yep.
By the way, folks, I'm on Discord. You can find me at I don't even know.
Why you got to be like that?
I don't
Why you
know.
got to be like that?
I'm sorry.
We're talking.
I'm sorry. I was on Discord and I have my friends on there, and I'll leave my house and I'll be on the phone with them while I'm driving, and they'll be like, "Where are you going?" I'm like, "Don't worry about where I'm going."
Yeah, right.
And then all of a sudden,
This hooker doesn't like to know where it is.
well, that's what my buddy. Oh, are you going to a strip joint? No, I'm not going to a strip joint. Oh, where are you going? Don't worry about it. And then 5 more minutes go by, and then you hear, "Yeah, I'll have the big box meal, 3 cheesy bean and rice, half-pound burritos, please."
Oh God, that sounds horrible.
Yeah, but the good thing about Taco Bell, it looks the same going in as it does coming out.
Yeah, that's the point. You never think to make food for yourself? I mean, do you do that? Do you make your own stuff?
No,
You don't.
no,
Now, do you find that you don't have the time, or you just don't care enough to do it?
no.
Well, that's a lot of dead air. Good job.
Well, so my mother was the cook.
Oh, absolutely.
All
Your
right.
mom was a hell of a
My
cook.
mom was a hell of a cook, and when she passed, I went with her.
Oh, yeah.
I did learn a few of her favorite recipes, and the family has been so good that my grandmother and actually your mother have tried to cook my mom's best dishes for me.
Now, why don't you try to do it and just emulate your mom? I mean, ultimately.
Is this going to sound really corny, but I'm not ready.
No, I understand. Believe me, cooking was a big stress reliever for me right from the get-go.
You've always been a chef.
No,
I feel like that.
That is definitely not the word I would use. I like to cook. It calms me down. It's definitely something that I do as a pastime, and I just like to cook for people. But to call me a chef, by no means. I mean, I'm not.
He can fucking cook, folks.
I can cook. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a bad cook. It's just I'm not a chef.
Well, I mean, you're not a Wolfgang Puck,
Well, no, but I mean.
but you can dibble dabble in all the above.
Oh, I mean, just like like last week, a couple weeks ago, we talked about the ice cream.
Oh
You
yeah,
know-
you like to customize.
Well, the customizing thing is a big part of my life because I mean, with cooking, it's nothing but customizing.
So I just want to make sure you're one of those guys who will maybe take a regular recipe and then tweak it to make your own.
You have to. You can't just. I mean, my grandmother's Canadian, French Canadian. His grandmother is too, because it's the same one.
I was gonna say, where you going with this, buddy?
Now she gave me a recipe book of all of her old recipes, but they're all old Canadian recipes. And the way the old folks work, I don't care what race, creed, or color you are. They all do the same exact thing. A pinch of this, a little bit of that. What does it taste like? A little bit more of this, a little bit of that. And those, in my opinion, are the best cooks in the world.
Yeah.
Because they put their heart and soul into it. They don't give a shit what you think. You're going to eat it or you're not going to eat it. It doesn't fucking matter. I'm going to make it.
And no two are ever gonna taste exactly the same.
Exactly. And when you try, it's just impossible. So the hardest part of cooking is to get out of the mindset that you have to cook it to what the recipe states. And, I mean, I absolutely live that philosophy through my entirety of my life. You can't live your life by, one step here, 2 steps there. You got to add a little flavor, man. You got to add a little spice.
Yeah, you gotta have some spontaneity. What's the word?
Spontaneity.
That's the word.
Spontaneity is
Holy
what you're looking
shit.
for.
That's great, dude. I never knew that word. I would have said spontaneous.
Spontaneous. And that's why we let him ride the small bus.
No, when you were going on about the Grams cooking, I thought you were going to say 4 pounds of sugar because she's a sweet woman and she likes to cook.
It's
sweets.
called pudding shalmar. That's what he's talking about. The recipe he's talking about is, and I'm probably losing people here, but here's the recipe. It's literally 8 cups of brown sugar.
Yeah.
And that ultimately is just melted down to a syrup.
Yep.
And then there's a bread topping that goes on top of it, and it's just stupid sweet. I mean, that's the best way to it's stupid sweet.
I mean, if you want to give diabetes a call,
Oh shit! I mean, you eat this stuff and and you automatically don't feel good.
you get that weird feeling in the back of your jaw.
But it's one of those things where if you try it once, you go, "Oh, this is terrible," but Can I have some more?
Yeah,
I mean,
it's true. It's so true.
My grandmother is probably the main reason why I cook today. Because, I mean, I've watched her cook my entire life. I mean, she is the main reason why I stick with it, because it's really that was my focus point growing up. We used to move around a lot. We didn't really stick in one spot too much, and I really didn't have a lot to grasp to. And I can blame my mom, I can blame my dad, whatever. It doesn't really matter how it happened or why it happened, but there was no real place to call my own. And my grandmother, I'd go there and it'd be the same shit every day.
Same. Exactly.
It wouldn't change.
It's one of those things that, like, no matter I could tell you the worst stories of my life, but I don't really need to, because the ending was me going to my mom's house and her cooking me like my favorite meal.
Oh,
Her throwing on a shepherd's pie or a lasagna, or her American chop suey, or French macaroni as they call it.
Oh, yeah.
Or an icebox cake or fudge or whatever the case. Any of the reasons that now we are called fat guys because of our parents or our grandparents. Thank you very much.
Well, I mean, I don't know how your mom's fudge went, but my grandmother, your meme's fudge is there's no way. There's no way your mom's fudge matches her fudge.
I'm going to tell you, my mom gave up years ago trying to make the maple fudge.
Oh, yeah.
She can make chocolate fudge like a son of a gun, but she could never make the maple fudge, which another recipe that takes 5 pounds of sugar.
Well, I mean, fudge is only sugar, so
yeah.
I mean, it is what it is.
Oh,
but
so much.
Wow, what the fuck did we talk about today? How did we go from real dolls to fudge?
How did we already spend an hour?
Dude, this is just the way life goes with us. I mean, you don't shut up and I can listen.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I don't shut up and he can listen.
Yeah, it's just it works.
What are you doing?
I'm going to your notepad.
Going to my notepad. Oh, yeah.
But either way, we went from we went from college to sex dolls. What else? We went to food. We went to Stephen King.
That's right.
We went to superheroes. Jesus Christ.
Oh, man.
Are we like bipolar? Are we okay? Like, we're all over. Multi-personality? What's going on with us?
I'm just trying to figure out how I can afford a sex doll. And then to have my wife leave, so I have that.
It's very easy. You get rid of your wife.
Wow.
You'll save a lot of money.
Oh, man. So, how do you think this is going, man? It's been 3 weeks now. Week and a half.
Yeah, week and a half. I got to tell you, even if the listeners, granted, I love that we have listeners. I love that we're on iTunes. We're on. Well, you know what? I'll just say it now. We're on iTunes. We're on Play Store. We're on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. You can check out all our podcasts pretty much everywhere. You can see our video feeds on Twitch once a week. We're everywhere. And I got to tell you, it's.
Don't forget the email, man.
Oh, yeah. Wow. You can reach us.
My voice is probably changing.
This is, you can find us at email, fatguysquared@gmail.com. Please, we enjoy people sending us content. Send us what you want us to talk about.
Oh, without a doubt. If you want to tell us to fuck off, please do it in a legible form.
Yeah, because you know what? We'll talk about that too.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah, we don't care.
Absolutely follow us on Twitter and Facebook so you can tell us how good we are. Because, Twitter and Facebook, YouTube as well. YouTube is a big one, as you all know. And if you subscribe on iTunes, please, please, please leave us a good comment. That helps when everybody else is looking for new podcasts.
Yeah, follows, subscribes, all that stuff. I mean, when we started this the first week, I remember we got off air and Pat was like, "So, what did you think?" And I was like, "Dude, I had a blast." And then we went out. We got some new equipment, which you should have seen in this past week's feed. If you don't, if anybody out there has questions about the kind of equipment we're using, if you like the sound quality, ask us. Send us email.
Yeah, for those of you that don't subscribe to the Twitch side, please do, because we do a live video stream every Sunday. Well, as close to every Sunday as possible, and that's definitely direct to us, so you guys can talk to us, tell us how you really feel direct, and Twitch is a great place to be if you want to go face to face and find out what we actually look like, what we actually talk about. Oh, well, you already know what we talk about. What the fuck am I talking about?
Yeah, but you know what? They'll be able to see why we're called fat guys.
That's true.
Because they'll see how fat we are. But yeah, we got into this because we had an idea, and we stick with it because it's fun, it's enjoyable, we can relieve stress, and you know what? The fact that there are fans out there that care,
that's crazy.
That blows my mind.
I didn't even think we'd go this far, frankly.
The fact I love nothing more than people telling me, you know what? You fat guys are pretty funny. And I'm like, yeah, that's what everyone says when they see us. So
also, if on an ending note, we'd like to thank everybody that has already subscribed, everybody that has already viewed us and gave us some good feedback. Really, I mean, we are just starting out, people, so it's all something new for us, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I want to give a quick shout-out to the people who have helped us.
Oh, without a doubt.
Oh, my God. I have a friend, Alex. If you need any work with logos or anything like that, this guy is a beast. He's the one that created our logo.
Do you have an email or something for him?
I don't have his email off the top of my head. Please message me, email me, Twitch me, Facebook, whatever you want, and I'll get you his info because he's really that good.
Also, that guy is pretty good.
Yeah, he's really that good. I got a guy who helped me with the website side of things. I got a guy who's helping me with the recording side of things. And believe it, these are just great people who are willing to help you out because they're in the business themselves. They enjoy doing this. So if you're interested, reach out to us. Simple as that.
Yeah.
We're pretty down-to-earth people if you haven't guessed.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah.
So
and that's him breathing really hard into the mic, staring at the last piece of pound cake I got.
I've been looking at it for a while.
All right, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. This is Fat Guy Squared. Take it easy.
Make sure to see us on Jesus, fuck. Make sure to come and see us on Twitch on Sunday. If you don't, that's understandable. You'll be able to still catch it on here, and you'll be able to see our next podcast on Wednesday. Take care, folks. Much love.
Bye.